Assalamualaikum and good day. Creativity is often indicated by divergent thinking. To determine the best possible solution or idea, divergent thinking involves simultaneous exploration of different options of distant and unusual connections between semantic information. To execute creative tasks, a range of control processes take place such as ideation of fluency, cognitive flexibility, information switching and inhibition, and working memory and retrieval. Cognitive flexibility is defined by how rapid an individual generates an idea of different categories, while fluency is the number of ideas being generated. For a novel and unusual idea, a longer time is necessary for distant semantic association to take place. Individuals with more flexible associations is often regarded as more creative. Training can enhance these skills. However, most trainings were lengthy and elaborated, which limits its implementation in educational setting. Thus, this study applied a shorter creativity stimulation that intends to improve fluency, flexibility, and originality. It is hypothesized that these improvements are associated with changes in the functionally specialized brain areas in terms of its activation and its effective connectivity, which is defined by the influence of a neural system exerting upon another. For that purpose, the study recruited 50 participants that were assigned to control an experimental group, but only experimental group attended a 2-day creativity stimulation session. The session incorporated few thinking tools such as Camper, De Bono Code 1 and Code 4, and other people's view to mainly maximize the generation of creative ideas, along with brainstorming and imagination techniques. All the participants underwent 2 sessions of functional MRI scans later. During the scanning, session 1 required the participants to perform alternative use tasks of visually presented daily objects, while session 2 required them to determine the most unusual use of those objects. The functional MRI data was analyzed to compare the intrinsic couplings between divergent thinking nodes and correlate them with the behavioral performance. As you can see in the findings section, the framework of intrinsic coupling between two groups were quite different. Firstly, the input center is different for both tasks. Secondly, couplings were mostly reciprocal in control group, but unidirectional in the experimental group for both tasks. These two findings indicate the effects of stimulation session onto the connectivity framework. Application of thinking tools in the experimental group from the creativity stimulation indicates the use of strategies in fulfilling the task goals. On the other hand, the control group exhibited a back and forth connection between two nodes contributed by information monitoring and inhibition to meet the task demands. Thirdly, there exists a negative association between divergent thinking scores and the connectivity from MPFC to right IPL. Right IPL has been reported to be reduced in activation during the higher creative demands. We suggest that the role of right IPL in creativity is inhibitory, in which its inhibition results in the generation of more creative ideas. In conclusion, creative stimulation as short as 2 days can induce changes in the phases of fluency and flexibility, if not originality. At neuronal level, it managed to affect the intrinsic connectivity between key divergent thinking cortical nodes. Thank you.